Hello and welcome to episode 329 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. In today's episode, I'm talking about the North Star of selling, the one principle, the one sentence, the one thought that you have to have that will help you navigate pretty much any selling situation, particularly if you're a little bit nervous, a little bit unsure about what to do and what to say and how to behave. And it's simply this: if you don't like it as a buyer, then don't do it as a seller. If you don't like it as a buyer, don't do it as a seller. When you buy things, do you like people checking in, touching base, following up a million times, pushing you with false scarcity and pressurized discounts, and you've got to close on the call now and this and that? You probably don't, do you? You probably don't like that stuff done to you when you're a buyer. You want to feel in control and be in control as a buyer. So make sure when you're a seller, you're behaving in that way. I meet so many people, with all due respect to them, that when they're selling stuff, they pressurize people, they check in, they touch base, they do this, they do that, they assume intent, etc., etc. All the things that they don't like done to them when they're buying. And it's really interesting. And then they wonder why they don't feel confident and congruent and relaxed in a selling situation. And that's why, because they're doing the things they feel like they have to do rather than doing what comes natural to them. So the moral of the story today is, if you don't like it as a buyer, don't do it as a seller. Catch yourself. If you're sending the millionth follow-up email to somebody with a single question mark in it, or you're trying to just checking in, touching base, have any thoughts, all this kind of stuff, or just pressurizing people, if you can close on the deal today, we can do it, etc. If you're doing things that you wouldn't like done to you as a buyer, you should probably stop doing them as a seller, because that's affecting your confidence and it's affecting your kind of connection with your buyer and your presence in the conversation. Don't do it. If you don't like it as a buyer, don't do it as a seller. Got all deep then, didn't we? Right, that's it for this episode. Tomorrow in episode 330, discounting is to be used for this particular thing. I don't think it's to be used for this other thing. I've got a real strong opinion on this. You're probably going to disagree with me, but I've got an opinion on where discounting should be used or could be used. I'm not a big fan of discounting anyway, but here's where it could be used. We'll cover that in tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to LinkedIn, connect with me there. James Newell, Clear Sales Message. Shoot me a DM. Let me know what you like about the podcast. If there's anything you don't like, then don't send me a DM. That's wonderful. But connect with me on LinkedIn. I share lots of stuff there on a daily basis too, which maybe you'll find useful. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another fast talking edition of the Daily Sales Message.